Righty then, so here we are for the second round of the Season 6 Gran Turismo, and so welcome to the sunny Brands Hatch, while in real life it is, well, it's a stormy day in the UK. And on a game, it's nice and dry today, so that's that. And Skittles is going to start us off with the qualifying, which is already here. And yeah, alrighty then. There's the last week's both sprint and feature winner around Brands Hatch. Sorry, Interlagos, which was last week. The first race was mediocre, while the second one he went on a brilliant strategy, and there it is, already a 1:24.9 set in the provisional pole time already. Oliver's Smells of Funk in second, who is racing today, and he's in the Porsche, as we want to have a look at the livery for what he'll be rocking for this season, with a kind of like a turquoise-ish main colour with a black sidelining, pink and green as well. Very flashy, to be fair. Jamie, as we saw in the BMW, as we saw last week. Reno, he's rocking the brand new one-off livery, well, done especially for one of the drivers in ALR, also known as JP Greenwoods, who was racing here, who was racing in Tier 2 last season, and you could just say no whinging, no arguing, and no killing into turn 5. So he's basically paying respect to JP. There, as we see, honestly a brilliant concept. There's Pyro, who still hasn't got his livery sorted out. There's ALR, teammates in Season 5, teammates in Season 6 as well. Fuba, we already saw his. Kingston as well. Lego, who they finally made their livery, looks absolutely beautiful, honestly. So it's a combination of red, black and white, the base colour being red, I'm pretty sure, as he did just set the 5th fastest time as Smells of Funk goes provisional pole, and not a bad livery, but at the same time he is rocking the Japanese kind of theme, which I've noticed, as it is a Japanese manufacturer, the Mitsubishi anyway. Skittles, rocking the standard livery for the Jaguar team. There's the Mustang, Reno again, and there's Andy. So the other concept was red, this one is blue, so I see what they done there, making the opposite colours of red and blue. Kind of nice, actually, I'm not going to lie to you. We already saw Jay Leary's, and that, never mind, Chills is there, and that's Mr. Bazuk's Mercedes challenger for the season. Not much to talk about, especially as we are only in quali. Smells of Funk absolutely ripped the timing screens. 6/10 faster than Olive's time of a 1:24.9. Hopefully you guys can hear me on stream, which I'm pretty sure you can. But yeah. Other than that, there's not much to really talk about, as Lego tries to, well, he struggles to get into the pit lane, as we saw there. It is a very awkward pit lane, so I'm not really surprised. As Chills tries to keep it on track, and he touches grass for the first time, as there goes Skittles, completely off track, rejoined safely. to be fair to him. And Reno is the only person who is rocking that one-off livery, which we will see hopefully more as the season progresses. Chills in the gravel with a 1 second time penalty, which doesn't really matter. It's only qualifying with only 3 minutes left to go. Olive goes provisional pole again as Fuba pits, and he carries on. Mozzafunk is pitting for a brand new set of tyres, just refilling, which I wouldn't, because that just adds weight to your car. But alright, sure. As Olive goes 2 tenths quicker, so we will hopefully hit the 23s if it's possible for Olive. He's absolutely skyrocketing this tier. Only 1/10 quicker now through the second sector into turn 5, now turn 6. And then round the fast right-hander into turn 7, I'm pretty sure. Doesn't go quite wide there, but he does keep it on track, and he goes 8 tenths slower. So I don't know how he got a quicker lap. And we're back. Jamie now with a fast lap of a 1:23.9, as I will have a look at your comment right now, as I do not have my YouTube up at all. So yeah, hold on just 1 second. Yeah, I'm just honestly, my head's been all over the place today. So let's have a look. What's going on? Right, looks like I'll have to have a look at what you said. Tier 2 or Tier 3? This is Tier 2, I commented. Tier 3 looks like it's not on. For some reason, it's just Tier 1 and Tier 2 for the second week running. So, actually, there is a Tier 3. Okay, never mind. There is a Tier 3 as Jamie comes to a stop. And we hit the 23 mark, and, well, that is qualified over pretty much. And Olive could be on par to his second, well, his third, I'm pretty sure, third front row start of the season already, and we are only, well, 2 races in. Can he make it 4 out of 4 as Jay O'Leary hits Olive there? As we see, drivers now coming up to the line. Kingston just chilling there on the exit of turn 8. Just Kingston, if you can hear this, do you mind doing something special? Or just drive backwards, yeah. But unlike, oh my god, a Smurfs just drives completely into Andy Winter's Mitsubishi there. So it will be interesting to see which car is going to be quick around here, because none of the Corvettes are here today, unfortunately, so they're going to lose their top place in the constructors. So that's going to be quite interesting to see. Fuba is missing his teammate, I'm pretty sure. No, he's not. Okay, so never mind. Ignore me on what I said. as Jamie is just turning his steering wheel there for some other random reason. Interestingly. No, that's... no, not that one. This one, there we go. Right. Reno, do you want to start up the thingy, or... oh, Mr. Bazin. Just... do you want to stop? The revs on that Mercedes absolutely brilliant, honestly. As now I'm guessing the drivers are coming in to join the stream to hear the commentary live. As it is a little bit behind, but that's alright, no worries. There's the website. Olive just pushed the website onto back onto the track. No, and got even more ghosting. And why is the website's car so battered up? Honestly, Jesus Christ, how many more? No, there's ALR who smells of fun, just chilling. Olive revving his car for some reason. Chills just chilling. I mean, it's in the name, so I mean, yeah. Reno, do you want to start it up? Oh my God, he's. No comment, no comment. And finally, the sprint race. The more entertaining race of the two. Right, and we head to the grid with the drivers, with Jamie on pole, Olive filling out the front row, Sam Glove third, Smiles of Funk fourth, and what has just happened to my game? What have you glitched? Spectate, yes, and I just got the start, come on, yes. And Jamie with a brilliant start going into turn one, as I'm pretty sure Reno tried to go on the inside of Sam Glove, as he gets a brilliant getaway going into turn two now, into the hairpin, and Reno on the inside of Sam Glove, and there he goes on the inside. We just see a little bit of contact there from loads of drivers. Lego going wide there, as we see Larry just got stuck there, as we see more and more contact being, well, into turn four, and there goes Chills on Mr. Bazak on the inside, and there he goes. Brilliant move, does it? And well, as we look further up the grid, Jamie absolutely skyrocketing. Reno going side by side with Sam Glove going into turn five. Was having a little bit of a PTSD moment there, Reno King, probably. As the livery suggests, probably, as there's Sam Glove and Smells of Funk, as he did get a little bit of an oversteer there, Sam Glove, which allowed Smells of Funk to catch up a little bit. But looking further down the grid, let's have a look, as we had a spinner on the exit. Okay, never mind, we didn't have a spinner. Just, well, the connection probably, as Lego into the gravel again. He goes, Skittles down in 13th, Pyro in 12th, and let's have a look. I'm just trying to find some battles, that's the thing. That's what I'm trying to find. Reno Samglove still on it, as Samglove is trying to chase down after Reno in his Mustang after the Jaguar, which is in front of him, and he tried to go for the move there, but unfortunately couldn't. Oh, there we go. Freeway fight between Chills, Andy, and Mr. Bazak in the Mercedes. Probably soon joined by Fuba, who is not too far behind, as Andy is onto the grass, and Mr. Bazak will make an easy overtake of that, probably on the inside, but no, he doesn't. Into the gravel he goes, and he loses, and he spins. And same goes for, well, who else just spun? That's the thing. I actually don't know. It was Jitse, who is new to the Tier 2. He won the Tier 3 championship, and at the moment he can't get grips with his Mercedes, and he's down in last. As I'm trying to find something entertaining to find you guys. I just don't know what to look for. There we go. Actually, there we go. Battle for fourth between Samplov and Smells of Funk. By the looks of it, the Mustang seems to have the better straight line speeds over the Porsche, and the Porsche seems to be quite good in the corners, on like rounding corners and on the exit of the corner. But obviously it's lacking on straight line speed, so which it isn't about straight line speed, it's more about the cornering speeds, especially around Brands Hatch. And the only reason why it's on the calendar is because it produced good racing, and I'm pretty sure Reno is in the barriers as we try and keep up with Smells and Samplov. They are being slowly separated. Mr. Bazak and Fuba are slowly going to be going at it, as Fuba there, as we see, is closing up very quickly. There they are, going round the final corner down the pit straight. And we just saw Smells and Samplov there, slowly but surely. They're going to be going at it pretty soon, I think, as Fuba get as close to the curb as possible to gain the tiniest little edge on Mr. Bazak, who is in 5th. And Kingston leads the line for 7th, as we just saw from behind of Fuba and Mr. Bazak. And there he is again. So we'll have a look at them now. Kingston leads the line to Pyro, to Chills and Skittles, who he's only gained positions through big mistakes. However, obviously, I'm not saying that he's a bad driver, because I don't like disrespecting other drivers. He has been improving a lot, especially with the new wheel which he got, so that gained a little bit of an edge. There they are again, between Smells and Samplov. The gap was 7 tenths, now it's down to 3. We just saw Jamie and Olive go around turn 2. Smells absolutely pushing Samplov through the corner of turn 2 into turn 3. We go between these two, using all the curve they can on the exit, and into turn 4 we go. For the 5th time in this race. Smells trying to get all the top line straight line speed he possibly can, as you see on the telemetry here, using all he can to gain that little bit of an edge. And it is getting him somewhere as we head into turn 7. And pushing Samplov through turn 8. Will anything happen from all this? As Samplov, honestly, how he hasn't been stressed out by now, I don't know. As Smells something just happened very quickly, and Sam using all the curb again. As we just see here, Kingston slowly catching up to Fuba, and he's left Pyro completely in the dust, as we see by 4 seconds. He's completely turned on the burners. As we go back to the fight between Samglov and Smells once again, and into turn 6 we go between Smells and Samglov. Samglov literally holding on for his absolute dear life to chase down after the top 2, as he also has to remember that one mistake could cost him at any time, as he's using all the curb on the exit of turn 8. Into 3rd gear, probably into 4th right about now, and Jamie pits. That's something. Okay, looks like the tyre wear is really bad recently. Even on Interlagos, it's been quite bad, as we see here. And he does hold the fastest lap at the moment, Jamie does, just to point it out. Olive on soft tyres, wearing them very quickly, still gaining time no matter what on Samplov, and looks like I don't think we're going to have a battle at all. Oh wow, okay, 3-way fight between Mr. Bazak, Fuba and Jamie now. Jamie and slowly Kingston, as Jamie has a 3-second time penalty, and Fuba on the inside. He tried it and he still goes side by side going into turn 6. Fuba on the edge of the curb, just keeping him within the track limits, and he puts his Mustang up into 4th. Mr. Bazak in the Mercedes in 5th, as Jamie will have to slow down here. He was so close to touching the back of the Mercedes, and there goes Jamie down the order, as we see Pyro here as well, and I don't think that's going to do much, as Olive is now in the pit lane, and it looks like to me that it will be a 2-stop race no matter the circumstances, as I'd like to welcome all of you into the stream. Olive still comes out ahead of basically Fuba, Mr. Bazak, Kingston and Jamie will be getting really good points actually, as Olive has a shot at winning another race, 3 out of 3 for this season, and he is definitely going to be probably a champion, most probably, but obviously you don't know that until the end of the season. Right, so there's still battling going on between Smells and Samplov, who I'm pretty sure will not pit at all, so something might happen from this, as there is a massive train of cars just within. Is this X-Rays on comms? Yes, I am on comms, yeah. And oh, hello. So it's a teammate battle. Are there going to be any team orders between Kingston and Jamie, as Jamie pushing Kingston through the corner, following Jamie's pit stop, and Kingston gives him no fighting at all, as he knows that Jamie is the quicker man, especially on those soft tyres, and good points could still be scored, as he had a little scare there on the exit of turn 1. Doing a good job, thank you. He had a little scare there by touching the gravel, using all the curb again on the exit of turn 3, as he tries to chase down after Fuba in the Mustang, who is on pretty much dead tyres compared to Jamie's softs, which they were only put on 2 laps ago. So anything can still happen in this race, as we are 2 chasing front runners of Olive and Jamie. Fuba might just finish out just on in the top 5, but it will be quite questionable, as we see here between Smells of Funk and Samgrove for the I can't speak for I genuinely can't speak for oh my god, for the lead of this race. Jesus, finally I managed to say. Smells only 5 tenths, but Samglove holding on very well. Comparing the tyres, Olive isn't that far behind to the top 2. I suppose if I'm trying to go the long way, trying to get a good exit on the exit of turn 4, but didn't seem to do the trick as he lost time. And Samglove, I'm pretty sure, is gonna win this race. Jamie just overtook Fuba, looks like, as well, just before turn 5. Looks like. As we'll continue watching this for now, between Samglove and Smells, as these two could completely change the race within 1 minute. And Samglove could actually take his first win of the season in the sprints anyway. And here we are on the last lap of the race, I'm pretty sure, as the laps are pretty much 1 minute 20, so this will be the last lap, and Smells has to throw everything at this now if he wants to get this win, as they are only separated by 5 tenths. And I just thought for a second there that anything was going to happen, but Samglove using all the curb again, sticking to his racing line. And once again, through turn 4, Smells got even closer to Samglove, and just maybe down the straight we go. Will we get a side by side? And we do, into turn 5 for the lead of the race. Smells of Funk still side by side between Samglove and Smells of Funk, and it's going to be Samglove just on the track limits. Samglove holds the lead of the race, and I'm pretty sure that's going to give him the win of this race. I'm pretty sure, but anything can still happen, as that was the penultimate turn. But we see Olive there in the background, and Smells is still on the back of Samglove. Into the last corner we go, and it's going to be Samglove to take the win in Brands Hatch for the sprint, as Smells of Fun comes home to take second. Olive rounds off the podium. Jamie outside the podium in 4th. Fuba unfortunately in the top 5 still, so good points for Mustang in 5th. Kingston in 6th. Pyro unfortunately couldn't get that 7th place, as Lego and Mr. Bazak side by side photobomb finish. Mr. Bazak on the dying minutes, he gets P8, Lego in P9, Skittles P10, Chills unfortunately outside of the points, only in P11. Andy and Jay O'Leary 12th and 13th. Reno, the last man to finish, all the way down in 14th. From a brilliant start to the race to pretty much down in 14th. What a fight we had between Smells and Samglove, more towards the end of the lap, going into turn 6, where just Samglove held on, using all the track limits he could possibly to gain an edge, and he forced Smells to go around the outside, which gave Samglove the upper edge, and well, he got the win actually in the sprint race. So congratulations to Samglove for winning the sprint race, and bring on the feature race, as Reno just changed the settings. Smells have left has left the room as well. As honestly, right, they have to up the lobby, honestly, up to like 21 at least, or you could have like a certain limit. So, like for example, on F1 you have a limit of 22, for example. So, and here we are, right, one shot quality, and it's already go. So very early on. Andy straight away out of the pit lane, same as Lego. So the two teammates already out, Jitse already out, Olive already out, who's on hard tyres. Smells of Funk, the runner-up, in just joined the room. Pyro out in 5th at the moment. Jamie for cutting the line, already a 3-second time. As Fubo goes quite wide there to turn 1. Reno out. Smells, chills, Sam Glove. Yep. Oh, Jesus. Sam Glove's going to be last out as Olive just came back into the pits just to change for softs. Kingston out on hard tyres. And looks like Olive wants to get the upper edge on this race as he does go on soft tyres. Kingston down in 14th. Mr. Bazak only now coming out of the pit lane. There he is. Don't cut the white line. There we go. And that is everybody out. As Reno, for some reason, just... Never mind, he put on a set of medium tyres. As we start the one-shot quali, Andy Winters will kick us off with the one-shot quali. There goes Lego, there goes Jitse. Across the line he goes right now. Pyro next up, the website. There he is. And here we are, turn 2. And I'm pretty sure Reno is going to have to get out of the way, or he's going to have to drive in even quicker, as Andy didn't get the best exit as he hoped out of turn 3, but into turn 4 he goes round it beautifully around turn 4, and down the straight we go. Basically 1 out of 3 straights. There's one straight which we just went past, the second straight just between the penultimate corner and the last, and then obviously the pit straight. The only 3 straights in this track, basically, as he just touched the grass there a little bit. Round the curve he goes. And Reno is going to have to quickly do something, as there goes Andy. And this is going to be an absolutely rapid lap of a 1:24, just missing out on the 23. There goes Lego up into the 23s we go. Pyro up next across the line. I don't think it's going to be a quick lap though, as he is on a hard compound tyre, and into the 26s we go. Jitse only good enough for P4. Fuba, can he make something out of this? As he goes 3rd fastest. Smells goes 2nd fastest. Skittles coming at 8th for Skittles. Chills up into 3rd place. Olive now, he goes provisional pole. No surprise, Jay Leary crossed the line in a 44. Sam Glove is up next into the 24, so he's into 6th. Kingston up next across the line, only 9th fastest, and Reno, never mind, Mr. Bazak, and Reno left. Where is he going to end up, Mr. Bazak? He ends up 8th fastest, as now we'll watch on with Reno to see where he'll end up, as he is on a medium compound tyre. And he goes 8th fastest. So, for the third time this season, Olive on pole, Lego filling out the second row, the front row, sorry, Smells in 3rd, Chills in 4th. Brilliant lap from Chills as well. Andy 5th, Fuba 6th, Mr. Bazik 7th, Jamie 8th. He couldn't quite carry the pace from the sprint into the feature. Kingston behind him, and the website in 10th. As never mind, website in 12th, Reno in 9th, and I'm pretty sure Samglov in 6th, looks like. Kingston 11th, website 12th, Jitse 13th, Skittles 14th, ALR 15th. And as we will start now the feature race. Why do you have to do that? Honestly. There we go. And Smells of Funk instantly going for the move on Lego, and he goes up into P2. As Chills as well on Lego, he probably wants some of it as well, up into P3, and he goes up into the podium position as Lego tries to switch back, and he will just edge it, I think. Never mind, as Chills is up into P3, but we see Samglov on Andy Winters. Samglov around the outside of Andy, and that is a beautiful move going around the outside of Andy, going into turn 4. And as we head down the hill, up the hill again, going up into turn 5, already massive position changes. Reno already getting himself up into P8 as Mr. Bazik closes in on Reno, literally touching his rear bumper. They're on the exit of turn 6, I'm pretty sure, as we have a spinner. I don't know who it is. Pyro just spun, and it was Skittles, looks like, who spun. Yellow flags everywhere as Jay O'Leary he's in 12th. Kingston 11th, only behind his teammate who's only P10, so they must have had some contact. Trying to find some good battles for you as Andy Winters on Samglov up into P5, going into the second turn, 3 abreast. I'm pretty sure Reno up into 7th on Fuba. As well, Mr. Bazik follows Reno going into turn 3. As we just saw, I'm pretty sure, Fuba going quite deep there, going into turn 3. Bit of oversteer, and that allowed Jamie to be up into P9. Just trying everything, honestly. Reno trying to chase down after Samglov, the sprint winner. Only in P6. Smells of Funk looks like is now leading the race as Olive just overtook Chills, and Chills is off track. And Andy up into 4th, Samglov up into 5th, Reno in 6th. Mr. Bazik will try to follow Reno as much as possible, and that doesn't seem to be the case, as now Chills down in 7th as he was 2nd. Olive is now 2nd as we speak. But this is the most entertaining part of the sprint, of the feature race, and then the rest is going to be absolutely awful. But hopefully we don't, as we have a car in the gravel. Not for the first time. Chill touching a bit of grass there on the entry of turn 1. As Chill's literally touching the rear bumper of Reno, using all the Kirby can Chills, and again to get that extra bit of pace. And not much is going to happen at the moment, but let's have a look where the battles are at the moment. Looks like this is the closest one we have so far, between Reno and Chills, going up at the turn 5. Reno at this point is hoping that he doesn't get PTSD from Chills this time, which he doesn't, as we just see Samglov with a half a second time penalty ahead as Chills keeps the car just as who just went spinning. I don't know who just went spinning, but Reno up at the P4, Chills up at the P5, Mr. Bazik up at the P6. I don't know who it was. Smells of funk, looks like, and Samglov on his teammate. Round the outside, Chills going into turn 1, hoping he could do something at Reno's pace, which at the moment doesn't seem to be the case, as he tried to go around the outside and he tries to switch back on Reno, but that doesn't seem to work either for him at all, as Andy goes a bit deep there, and Reno Chills easily are going to catch up to that, as they're now within a second, and well, slowly closing the gap as the softs begin to really wear out, and the medium compound tyres start to kick in massively. So looks like we are going to have some closer racing. Let's have a look further back, as there's a teammate battle between ALR and Smells. Looks like at this moment in time, Jitse fighting off Jamie. Smells on the exit of turn 7, spins again. Not for the first time, but for the second time this race. Doesn't seem to be the case for him today, especially in the feature race. Doesn't seem to stick to the... I don't know where I'm going with this. Anyway, Chills around the outside of Reno and belting it as he tries a dive bomb on Reno, and it seems to work as they go side by side into turn 3, and Chills surprisingly making a dive bomb into turn 2, but him up to P4 and Reno down into P5. Mr. Bazik just sitting there all alone, no one to fight at the moment, so he's got to secure P6 for now, as we headed up into turn 5, sorry, between Chills and Reno. Not for the first time, but for like the 4th lap in a row. They just don't want to separate, honestly, these two, as this is the closest battle we have on track at the moment, judging from the map at the moment, as Reno did touch a bit of grass there, as he goes ahead of Chills, judge from the penalty, looks like. Reno short, I don't know where I'm going with this, honestly. Looks like that is not the closest battle we have at the moment. Andy trying to follow his teammate. I personally like the red design better. I think it suits the car more instead of the blue. Yeah, I personally like the red better. It's got that kind of NASCAR feel, especially the rooftop. Just like the number 88 on top. It feels like a NASCAR car, obviously, but the red seems to suit the Mitsubishi better, as he tried to keep up with Olive. Was surprisingly been off the pace today, especially around around Brands Hatch, looks like, as he doesn't seem to be dominating as he did, but Chills and Reno again within 5 tenths. They just seem to be on a similar pace, these two, but Chills just a little bit quicker around Brands Hatch, looks like to me, as he goes round the inside of Reno, and they're going to cross the line nearly side by side, going into turn 1, as Chills tries to cover up all the damage that Reno tries to do, and it's gonna work out for him, as surprisingly he's making moves like that on such worn softs. That's what's surprising to me. He's risking everything at this point and still getting a lot of it out. A lot out of it. There we go, that's what I'm trying to say. Looks like it's going to be Reno and Mr. Bazak for P5. Samglov, the sprint winner, only down in P7. Smells of Funk trying to recover from the spinner that he had earlier on lap 1, I'm pretty sure, or on lap 2, somewhere around there. As Chills seems to be on pace now, even with such worn softs, as Andy makes a massive mistake. Into the gravel he goes. Didn't know that was happening, but so Reno's back in P4. Chills up into P3 as they are absolutely worn. Olive surprisingly doesn't go into the pits. Lego into the pit lane. Chills stays out for another lap. Honestly, how? Sam Glove up into P5. Smells of Funk. Are you pitting? He is pitting. Fuba stays out for now, as Lego is already out for brand new softs, so he doesn't refuel, sorry. Instead he wants to keep up with Olive, which I don't know if that was the best call, but obviously time will tell as we carry on with this race, as Chills looks like he makes a massive mistake. Reno up into P2. Mr. Bazak on the inside of Chills, same as Samglov even, and down the hill we go. Down the hill, uphill we go. There it is, downhill, now uphill. Quick little hill, and looks like Chills are going to be ahead as Samglov into the gravel. And Chills just gonna hold on to P4 as that front left tyre absolutely dead at this point. Chills into the pit lane, Joe Larry into the pit lane as well. Smells he just pitted, looks like, so he's on brand new softs. Jamie carries on for another lap as we look forwards. Olive with a brand new set of soft tyres, only out in P3. Mr. Bazak in second as those softs are worn, well, massively. Reno on the medium compound tyre, leading the the feature race. Just for now anyway, with only 1.3 second gap to second, so it's not a massive gap as he would have hoped for. But Olive all over the back of Mr. Bazak already. Like, look at the tyre difference between not just the pace difference, but what tyres can do as well. And Mr. Bazak with a spinner. Samglov up into P3, Lego P4, Fuba P5, and I'm pretty sure Jamie up at the P6, which I'm not really surprised about. Olive now in clean air, trying to chase after Reno, which shouldn't be too difficult of a job, as he is in a quick car. Well, all of them are pretty quick, but obviously in the hands of Olive at the moment, that Aston Martin is absolutely getting it so far. And when I mean getting it, I mean got the pace. That's what I meant. I didn't mean it in another different way, but Samglov just made a mistake there, as we just saw on the back of Olive. Let's look further up, as we'll keep a close eye with both fights going on, as they are pretty close. Lego just falling short, but he tries the dive bomb on Sandglove, but Sandglove just holds on. Olive on the on the back of Reno as we speak, and just keeping a very close eye on that battle for P3 as Olive on the inside he goes, but Reno denies Olive the position. Reno holds on to deliver another day, but how long will that day last? As there he goes, Olive on the inside of the last corner. He goes into P1 as Sandglove had to pit. They go side by side into turn 1 as Olive just holds on. Reno falling short. Maybe a dive bomb into turn 2 as he keeps it clean. And Olive is basically just going to pull away at this point for the second time this race. Smells comfortable P4 at the moment. Let's have a look further down. Chills in 8th. Jay O'Leary leading the line between Sandglove and Chills, which doesn't seem to be the case. Looks like Chills, Kingston, Pyro, they got their own little train going. Sandglove trying to chase down after Jay O'Leary, who's in P6. Jay O'Leary only on the medium compound tyre, the fresh brand new medium compound tyre, and these softs are going to degrade so fast, especially around Brands Hatch. And as we saw, even around Interlagos, the tyre degradation in Interlagos as well was absolutely abysmal. And obviously they were down in about 7 to 8 laps, the softs, so the soft isn't the best race tyre this season. Looks like it's probably going to be around the hards or the medium compound tyre, which will be probably the best compound tyre. As Sandglove into the gravel he goes, and the battle discontinued. Lego, Olive, Reno now the podium positions at the moment, as looks like Olive made a massive mistake, I'm pretty sure, as he was in the lead of the race, and well I was basically paying attention on Sandglove versus Jay O'Leary fight going on, but let's carry on with this as Olive once again on the back of Reno at that Jaguar again, as he tries, as I'm pretty sure he will go for the inside move on Reno going into turn 8, I think, but no he doesn't. And what's going to happen now is Olive possibly on the inside of Reno, but he decides to go around the outside, switches back into the inside, and Olive, they're going to go side by side on the pit straight. And I just think possibly Lego slowly coming into the fight now, and there goes Olive on the inside of Reno, easy as pie. He makes it happen for himself, as we see Smells of Funk there just behind those 3 drivers, which Reno still has to pit as well, which I was surprised he's keeping up with the top 3, as Lego just overtook Reno going into turn 2, and Smells of Funk closing in absolutely at a rapid pace, but Olive just is gonna run away with it now. He's already a second ahead to Lego, who Lego has to pit soon, as he was one of the first people to pit. And there's Smells of Funk caught up to Reno at a lightning pace, and I'm pretty sure he's going to, hopefully he doesn't send Reno into the Shadow Realm, but he sends himself instead into the Shadow Realm, and he's going to take P4, I think, at this point, if Reno doesn't step on that accelerator, which he does. Smells of Funk up at the P3. Lego slowly but surely catching up to Olive, And Lego possibly has a chance at this with such worn softs as well. He's still challenging Olive at this point. So there's still a massive chance that anything could still happen in this race, as Interlagos was just a treat to what's going to happen in Brands Hatch, and that is exactly on what we're getting. We're getting an absolutely brilliant race up and down the field. But at the moment, I'm just going to keep a close eye on the top 3 at the moment, because that's where most of the battles are happening. But let's have a look down here, as I'm just pretty sure I saw something going on between Pyro and Kingston, who they are only separated by 1.3 seconds, but looks like that doesn't seem to be the case, as Andy and Reno are going at it now, and looks like Andy's going to have to pit, same as Reno, as his tyres are completely gone. I am very, very surprised he has held those tyres for 40 laps, honestly, with such tyre degradation as well, which kills off the tyres, and they are still going, honestly. Looks like one of them is pit, and it's Reno. He's hit the wall, he's hit the pit entry wall, and that's going to cost him so many positions, which is absolutely unbelievable. But here we are, Smells of Funk on Lego. And as we head into turn 4, Smells of Funk Lego going at it on the 15th lap out of probably 30 something, 31 laps possibly, and they're probably going to go side by side going into turn 5 as they make contact there a little bit. They are completely side by side now. Smells of Funk around the outside, he makes it easy, and there goes Lego up onto the grass. And he just can't do anything about it, as his tyres are completely finished by lap 15, especially that front left. And honestly, I think it's time to pit, as these tyres have no life in them left. Giulieri, Samkov again going at it, as we see here. And there goes Lego into the pit lane. Smells of Fun continuing, same as Olive at the moment, which they're just going to stay out in front for now until someone makes a mistake. Giulieri, Samkov once again, as I have spoken about them. Lego only down in P5. Soon it will be the refill time. Pit, obviously, which will cost a lot, and Samkov put so much pressure on Giulieri that he completely missed his braking point. Going into turn 1, as it is the hardest, in my opinion, to know where the braking point is, and he's Samkov put basically right. He put pressure on Giulieri to put off Giulieri and completely messed up his braking point. Samkov took advantage of that, and he went on the inside of Giulieri as he went quite wide going into turn 1 and make a nice easy move on the inside of Giulieri, and that's exactly what I wanted to say. As Jamie, Pyro, Reno are now pretty much fighting, as Reno sees what the softs can do, no matter the strategy, as Olive and Smells now pit, which I'm not really surprised about, and it is the refill time, as Pyro on hards, he started this race, and that is a massive surprise that he actually kept it in P9, as Reno had to drop back a little bit by 5 tenths, but he's going to make light work of those 5 tenths. It's like the penalty wasn't even there, as he's closed up to Pyro so quickly. The admin and a helper going at it, going into turn 1. The website versus the Queen. Sorry. The website versus the King. and it's gonna be the website at the moment who's going to hold on to P9, but the King goes back at the website, which I'm just taking a piss at this point, and it's the King who's gonna be up into P9, the Dutch King up into P9, making light work of the website, looks like, and easy job does it. But he's probably going to be after Kingston now, as he's also on hards. Jamie on medium compound tyre, but I just see that there is a battle going on between Smells and Olive. I just saw, and they're both on the exactly the same compound and, well, fuel. This will be a battle which we will have to keep an eye on. As at the moment, let's go back to this, as Reno just picked up a half-a-second time penalty, which will be served the next lap, and easy light work for Reno, as I just had something pop up, as Reno absolutely blistering through that through turn 1, comparing that to Kingston's hard tyres. Into turn 2 we go with Reno and Kingston, and there's going to be light work for him. And Smells of Funk and Olive, probably they're going to take it all the way to the end at this point, as there are only 15 minutes left of racing. Smells of Funk and Olive are going to be competing for the win of this race. Sam Glove is yet to pit for a brand new set of tyres and to refuel. So it's going to be a race which will have to be decided basically who has the better exit and entries and all that, basically. As we'll have to keep a close eye on that fight, as well as Jerry and Lego now going at it, but that fight didn't really last long, as Lego overtakes Jerry quite comfortably. And there's Chills and Jamie. Reno closing up quite rapidly, if you ask me. Sam Glove in the pit lane, just probably said that already, but there they go again. And never mind, actually, hold on, what has happened to Olive? Probably made a massive mistake going into turn 1, which is very surprising to me, not gonna lie to you. Jay Leary in 4th, Chills in 5th, Jamie 6th, and there goes the chasing Dutchman of Reno, the King, and, well, the website just behind him by nearly 4 seconds, but more or less on that. I'm pretty sure, oh, Skittles has just spun, as blue flags are waved, and Jay Leary probably trying to go on an attack on Lego, which doesn't really happen, as he just drifts through turn 6. Bit of Tokyo drift there for us, the viewers. And Chills with a 1 second time penalty, which will lead Jamie and probably Reno up places, which isn't served yet. That's weird, but okay, sure. As one of the drivers is in the pit lane. I'm pretty sure it's Skittles. Yep, thought so. As we continue this fight between, well, it's a spot for P3 at this point. So Lego is trying to. There's a massive train. There goes Reno, finally caught up to the rest of the train. Light work on those softs. Honestly, those softs are doing wonders for Reno at the moment, but they're not going to last very long. Especially as Jamie trying to chase down Chills, trying to chase down Jay O'Leary. Chills is Jay O'Leary trying to chase down Lego, and it's just a beautiful sight to see, all within 0.5 of a second. No moves made so far at all, as we try to watch every single driver, as the moves could happen literally at any point, as Chills is literally on the back of ALR, but with a 1 second time penalty is ruined, and it's gonna cost him as he's into the gravel, and ALR into the pit lane. Reno up into P5 after pitting from the medium compound tyre onto the softs. And oh, looks like the website has also pit Pyro, which will allow Andy up into P7. ALR is already out, and he's on the soft compound tyre for the last 10 minutes of this race, so Reno will have to pit again as he tries to chase down after Jamie, and Lego is just quite ahead, I'm not gonna lie to you. But alright, never mind. Jamie and Reno slowly going at it, but into turn 5 we go, between Reno and Jamie. One of the stewards and an admin going into turn 6 between these two, and both on tyre deg, obviously tyre degradation. So at this point it's going to be who's going to pit first. Is it going to be Reno or is it going to be Jamie? That's my big question. And we look further down, there's teammate fight. Pyro on a set of soft tyres, so he's going to be blistering in that Aston Martin. Well, yeah, basically. Jamie into the pit lane, here he goes, so he's now on a brand new set of softs. Lego on medium tyres, as Reno will have to pit again, so he's going to have to do all that work again, as I see a battle here between the two teammates of Fuba and Samkov. Andy going quite deep there into turn 1. Pyro trying to chase down after Samkov. We're only in turn 2. All taking exactly the same line, exactly the same apex. And we see Chills there just holding on. As that was a hell of a save from Chills, which he was definitely not expecting to do. As Fuba, surprisingly, he went from softs, I'm pretty sure, to the hard compound tyre, and it doesn't seem to be working as he thought, unfortunately, but you never know, he could still be in the top 10 as Pyro now slowly but surely gaining with that Aston Martin on the Ford Mustang, going into turn 8 now, between these 4 drivers of Samglo, Fuba, Pyro and Andy. And obviously Pyro on the fresh, way fresher tyres compared to Fuba, but Fuba probably has the pace for a good finish in this championship, especially in the drivers, judging from his pace. And there goes Pyro on the inside of Fuba going into turn 2, but Fuba cuts the line and he's off the racing track, and there's Chills going up at the P10 as Fuba again is on the grass, and that is not Pyro's fault. He did not touch him there, as I will even have a look at a replay, as Fuba tried to go on the inside of Pyro, and Pyro, well, actually, I'm pretty sure there will be a report from Fuba, I'm pretty sure, on Pyro, as Andy just went a bit wide there, and again into the gravel he goes. Chills is gaining positions like flies at the moment, as there are yellow flags for Andy, I'm pretty sure. Fuba up at the P10, so he's back into the top 10. Pyro on Samglov now, Not the biggest difference, tyre difference, but there is a battle up ahead for P2. Looks like as Olive and Lego going at it, and I'm pretty sure this is the more interesting battle for P2. And it seems to be a lot closer comparing to the other one. Olive and Lego down the hill, now up the hill, going into turn 5. Which we'll have to keep a close eye on that battle for now. Smells of Funk leading the race very, very comfortably as he's just protecting those tyres to go all the way to the end. He has 5.5 minutes left of racing. Hopefully he doesn't make any mistake as, well, Olive and Lego closing in very rapidly as Olive has now found himself from protecting the tyres to using the tyres, comparing them to Lego's tyres. Jesus. Bit deep. Jamie chasing down after Lego. Reno came out in P5, so the work has been done, and he's gonna score a good couple of points, to be fair, for himself, as there is another battle going on between Samglov and Pyro as we were just looking at them. The battle still continues, but I'm just trying to switch between two battles so that you can have both battles' perspectives at the moment. As there goes Pyro up at the P3 and Lego trying to hold on at this point, but I'm just switching between both fights so that they can have the best possible view, basically. And it's turned from a two-way fight to a three-way fight as Lego thought about going on the inside but just backed off. Jamie has a chance of a podium at this point, possibly P2. Smells of fun from protecting the tyres to using them. It was 8.3 seconds down. He's already gained around 2 seconds, quite close actually, as Legos seems to be defending against Jamie, as we will keep a close eye on that as Soundglove and Pyro across the line they go. No movement seems to be up into the top 3, but Pyro maybe possibly into turn 1, which he keeps it clean for now. Maybe the turn 2, which he doesn't. As we go back to the other fight for P2, Jamie possibly a podium in the closing stages of the race. He goes on the inside of Lego, and it's going to be easy move for Jamie. A bit harder as he thought. So Lego did not really want to give up that position, but eventually it did go to Jamie, and he's up onto the podium as he's now chasing after Olive, and a possible P2 could happen for him as Reno now appears from out of nowhere. So it could be a completely different podium to what we see at the moment, as Jamie on the outside, Olive on the in. They go side by side down the pit straight, and it's going to be Jamie who takes P2, Olive P3, and Reno crashes on the pit exit. I'm speechless at this point. But honestly, I feel so bad for Reno. I honestly cannot put it into words on how bad I feel that he literally crashed into the pit exit wall. He must be absolutely fuming, and as we see, Pyro's still trying to chase down after Samglov, as now they just matched the tyre degradation levels And Sam Glove, I'm pretty sure, with the harder compound tyre, is going to keep P7, but that could still all change, as we do see them on our leaderboard. Olive just holding on to P3 as Jamie is rapidly chasing after Smells for P1, as he's closing the gap nearly by 2 seconds each lap, but that's not going to be enough for Jamie to win this race, as he has only 1 minute left. Unless Smells makes a massive mistake, then he has a chance. But other than that, I think it's going to be quite comfortable for Smells, as O'Leary now on the inside of Lego. They go into turn 2 and Lego concedes the position to P5. O'Leary up into P4. We see Sam Glove and Pyro finally decides to make the move on Sam Glove, and possibly he's only half car ahead as Sam Glove pushes Pyro off track. And that is unfortunate for Pyro, trying to fight for P5. Fortunately he couldn't, but Sam Glove is also off track. So Chills up into P7. Reno still has a chance of a P5 after what happened with Lego, and it did happen for him. And there's Smells coming across the line to win the feature race of Brands Hatch. Jamie had the pace in the dying stages, only good enough for P2, which is still a good points position. Olive rounds off the podium. O'Leary just coming in short. Into P4. Reno P5, which we see here. Lego P6, as his tyres are absolutely done. Chills P7 somehow, as we see Pyro there, only good enough at P8. Sam Glove 9th. Jitse and Fuba still to go, as Jitse is on the dying moments of his softs, and it's going to be Fuba who will take P10 in literally the last corner of the race. Kingston only good enough for P12, and Andy in P13, I'm pretty sure. Who else was there? Oh wait, hold on. Looks like it was Kingston. Hold on. Kingston, Andy, Mr. Bazak, and Skittles in P15. Which, I mean, it wasn't to come, but obviously only racing can tell. Obviously so. But other than that, honestly, the best round possibly in at the moment this season. Interlagos is a little bit boring compared that to Brands Hatch, but right, let's see what we got next. So we have next Trial Mountain. So straight line speed is going to be crucial around there, and I think it's going to be quite interesting. It's going to be quite interesting to see which cars will do well in Trial Mountain, and so forth and so on. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. Drivers, I hope I gave you a good commentary, and yeah, that's going to be me for today, pretty much. So yeah. So I'll see you in Trial Mountain on the 12th of September, and I'm hoping for a good race. I'm hoping for another good race, as straight line speed will be crucial there, as there are two very long straights. It's going to be interesting to see the oh, the first sector especially, which is going to be pretty much flat out until the tunnel, and then obviously sector 2 is just going to be absolutely boring, very slow corners in like second, third gear, and then down the long straight. It's pretty much a kilometer straight, if not more, which is going to be pretty much. There's going to be loads of overtakes going into that to that straight, so which will not really surprise me at all. So yeah, and then down the pit straight as well, there's going to be quite a few overtakes as well, which actually so yeah, other than that, do I have anything else to say as I open my gifts? Yeah, if you haven't already checked out Aniva and Driver 61, they are in the description of the channel. So yeah, and okay, I'll take that actually. And yeah, I'll just quickly open up these 2 packs, or roulette I should say. Yes, I don't play this game really much, allow it. So if I get another car, I swear to God. Nope. Looks like. Oh, okay. Never mind. So yeah, that's that. I was driving the Lancer, one of my favourite cars at the moment. So, but yeah, other than that, I'll end the stream now. And drivers, I hope I gave you good commentary. I want to thank you personally for the race, while hopefully you can thank me about the comms. As always, I'll see you next week. Hopefully I can do a little bit more commentary in the F1 tiers, and yeah, I'll see you guys next week for Trial Mountain.